How y'all doing? Let's make sure this is set up right. Okay, now, I just want to make sure that my volume and everything is intact. Everything is straight. Today we're gonna be, I'm gonna bring forth some stuff to you about the law. And like what everybody is trying to assume about the law. Even our people that woke up. But first, I want to start off. I want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and I want to give a double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone who were well, and I want to give honor to the Akim that's out here pushing this truth and sincerity to the four corners. That's what's the Shalom, you guys. And basically, like I said, I want to just talk about the law. And people got a lot of misconceptions about the law, man. Because a lot of us think that okay, yeah, we the Most High want us to follow the law. We're supposed to follow the law, statutes, commandments He gave us. This is the reason why that we was placed in captivity in the first place. But because we messed up and we broke that covenant with the Most High, you can't be saved by the law because already know what the Most High said about the law. If you're guilty of one part of the law, you're guilty of all of it. So the reason why the Most High set it up the way He did, and Yahushua is here, He came to deliver us from that. We have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability now. Okay, and that's what we're supposed to do. But in these days, we got a lot of brothers that think that you got to keep the law to the T. Nobody can keep the law to the T, to the letter, because at some point, at some time, you're gonna mess up. You're gonna forget a Sabbath. You're gonna. I thought the Sabbath was that day, or the feast day gonna be off. Or it's gonna always be something. It's going. Your wife might wear some pants. It's gonna be something. Everybody, you're not gonna be able to keep the law perfectly. So you're gonna transgress here and there, and this is where Yahushua came in at. And it's because of Him that we're not getting put to death, because if not, that means the wages of sin is death. So every little sin that we did, or we do, we would be being held accountable for it, because Yahweh Bashim Yahushua wasn't playing. All you gotta do is go in the Old Testament. He was putting you to death when you broke the law, unless you beg for mercy. And then, even then, if He didn't put you to death, if He found favor upon you, He'll put punishment on you for a while, and then He'll bring you back into the fold, after a while. But you're never going to get away scot-free, Right now with Yahushua, He died for the repentance of our sins. So I'm going to go look into the law a little bit, and I'm just going to show you something, right? So don't think that you keeping the law 100%, it's going to get you to the kingdom, because it's not. Because it's all about faith. It's all about faith. And I'm going to show you. And this is Ephesians 2. Ephesians 2:1. And it said, "And you has He quickened, who were dead in trespasses and sins, where in times past you walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience." So what they're saying is, before you got woke up by whoever woke you up, it was all through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. But before you got woke up, before you came into the truth, it said that you was walking. Let me repeat it. It says, and you has He quickened, He woke you up, who were dead in the trespasses and sins. He said, where in the times past we walked according to the course of this world, which is wickedness. It said, according to the prince of the power of the air, which is Esau, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. So he said, among whom also we all had wrath, even as others. But Yahweh, who is rich in mercy, for His great love wherewith He loved us, even when we were dead in sins. So even when we was transgressing, He still loved us. But He had to punish us, just like any parent would their child. Shit, my kids, just because my kids fuck up, right? If I say, look, man, don't do this, or don't go do that, and they go and do the shit anyway, I'm gonna fuck their ass up, but that don't mean I don't love them. Yeah, I still love them, but I gotta punish them so they can know its consequences to their actions, right? So let me continue. And then it says, but Yahweh, who is rich in mercy, for His great love wherewith He loved us, even when we were dead in sins, have quickened us together with Yahweh Shai. By grace ye are saved. So we're saved by grace. You know, and even if you look back, Scripture say, Israel, all of Israel shall be saved. So even the 2/3 that's gonna die the second death, they still gonna be saved. They're not gonna be saved then. They're gonna be born back into the kingdom. That corrupted flesh gonna have to be destroyed. So they'll get born back into the kingdom. But everybody of Israel gonna be saved, except for, you know, certain instances. But I'm gonna get back to that. But let me not get thrown off. And it says, by grace ye are saved, and have raised us up together, and made us sit together in heavenly places in Yahweh Shai, that in the ages to come he might show the exceeding riches of his grace and his kindness toward us through Yahweh Shai. For by grace are ye saved through faith, you know, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of Yahweh, and not of works. What is works? Works is your good deeds, the law. This is the reason why you can be a wicked motherfucker your whole life and then wake up at the end and be saved by Yahweh Shai. You know? So, and it says, not of works, lest any man should boast, for we are his workmanship, created in Yahweh Shai unto good works, which Yahweh have before ordained that we should walk in them. So I mean, it's okay to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Look at me, I got my garment on, you know, my fringes, you know. I don't line my beard. I don't cut my beard off. I don't cut all my hair off my head. I don't line my hair up. I don't eat unclean foods and things of the nature. But every now and then, a righteous man falls 7 times. And if he falls 7 times, that means all of the other 6 times he fell, he got up. So you're going to have to get up. So that's the grace. That's the grace whereas you was given through Yahweh Shai. So, yeah. You keeping the law, or you know, that's a good thing. You get it, because when we get in the kingdom, that law stands. We're going to keep the whole law, and we won't be able to transgress. You know, and you're going to learn that by the time I get through reading this to you. And this is 1 Peter 3:3, and it says, whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair and the wearing of gold or putting on of apparel. So they talking about exterior stuff, you know, clothing, jewelry, you know, things that's seen on the outside. So what is it saying? Okay, it said, but let it be the hidden man of the heart, and that which is not corruptible. So it's talking about internal. It's talking about the internal. It said, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of Yahweh, of great peace. For after this manner, in the old time, the holy women also who trusted in Yahweh adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well, and are not afraid with any amazement. So, you know, yeah, you could say, even though we are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you know, we could, and our women could say they're the daughters of Sarah as long as they're living their life according to the way Sarah obeyed Abraham, you know. And it says, you know, and it's a lot of stuff, man. And then and basically we judge people. You know, we look at people and we just judge them. We judge people by appearance. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you don't even gotta know the person. You know, you don't even gotta know the person to judge them. You'll look at him, you'll be like, I don't like him. And part of that is because we have discernment. And some of the shit that we do judge people on be true. But the other part is you're not knowing. So you got to be able to prove things. The scriptures say, prove all things, hold fast to that which is good. So even though you have a discernment or you have a feeling about something, you can't just act on that and judge somebody and condemn somebody when you have no proof of it. So, like I said, we judge people by appearance. And sometimes we ain't even got to know the person. You know, but we'll judge them anyway. You know, because my garments or clothes look a certain way outwardly. You might see me with some bummy ass clothes on and be like, look at this dirty ass nigga. Bum ass nigga. I bet that nigga sleep on the bricks out there. I might have $1 million in my pocket in a mansion. You know? And you know, and this is the way we do. We judge people. And so, and you know, your spiritual garments though. This is what this whole thing is about. The law. Your spiritual garments are not your clothes. It's your spirit. And the removing the unrighteousness from it. You know? It's the taking off of the old man. You know, in our old ways, but our mindsets are set to judge people according to the appearance. Now I'm going to give you a scripture from James 2:23 to show you what I'm talking about. And it says, if there come in your assembly a man with a gold ring and goodly apparel, and there also come in a poor man in vile raiment, and you have no respect to him that weareth the gay clothing, are you then not partial? And I'm going to read that again because I read that wrong. It said, if there come in your assembly a man with a gold ring wearing goodly apparel, and then also come in also a poor man in vile raiment, and ye have respect to him that weareth the gay clothing, are you not partial? And when it says wearing gay clothing, that means fine or expensive clothing. So you're gonna look at this person a certain way because the way he's looking outwardly, but he could be a goddamn demon inside. He could be a fucked up person, even though his clothes look like it makes him look like he is an upright person. So, and this is what this is about. You know, Paul told them, don't become entangled with the yoke of bondage. And what is the yoke of bondage? You know, the yoke of bondage is the law. So don't be entangled with the law. You know? And this is so for right now, I just want my people to know, I just want my brothers and my sisters to know that according to the scriptures, not according to me, not according to the white man, not according to the Christian church and the Catholic church and the Muslims, not according to none of that, but according to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And this is you can take this, and this is a serious thing. We are to keep the law to the best of our ability. We keep what we can, because in this kingdom, certain laws that we were given to us by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is against the laws of the land. The scriptures say that we are to obey the laws and ordinances of our land, you know, whatever captivity we in. So if it's something that you can't keep that, and grace will catch you on that. And this is the whole thing of it. So you don't have to keep the whole law. You got to keep what you can. Whereas back in the old days, before Yahushua, you had to keep the entire law, and you was cast off or you was destroyed because you didn't. You know, because you can break one law and it's like you broke them all. Well, it's not so right now. Right now, you got to keep the laws that you can. You know, and a righteous spirit will want to know what Yahweh want us to do, so that they could do those things, so that we could be righteous in the eyes of Yahweh. I mean, look at what we just went through, man. Look at what us and our ancestors went through from back at the beginning of time all the way to now, back and forth in and out of captivities. We're being wicked, man. It's time to be righteous, man. You know, so the righteous man gonna look for the law. He gonna find it, and he gonna try to do whatever he can. He gonna keep what he can. You know. But this is what's gonna happen though, and this is Hebrews 8:10, and it says, "For this covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith Yahweh." And that means after our punishment or our bondage in which we was made to serve, after all that's over with, he said, this is the covenant that he's going to make with them. He said, I will put my laws into their minds and write them into their hearts. So, the law is going to be just like we got blood running through our veins, we got spit in our mouth, we got, it's going to be a part of us. It's going to be attached, affixed to us, emboldened and emblazoned into our minds, you know, to keep the law. The law is going to be there. We won't be able to mess up, you know. And it says, and I'm going to read it, and it says, for this covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith Yahweh, I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people. And you know, it's a beautiful thing, man. All I can say, man, is that, like, you know, if you stressing yourself because you fuck up or you make a mistake or you fall, get your ass back up, man. You know, and keep it pushing, man. Don't give up, or don't say, fuck it, I fucked up, I might as well stay fucking up. No, just no, man. You got to come back to the law, statutes, commandments, and you got to try to keep what you can keep, man. You got to keep them to the best of your ability, you know. For real. And I'm gonna read you something else, and this is from Ephesians, and this says, this is Ephesians 4:14, and it said that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. So the way they're doing, the way shit is going right now, right? We got 99 doctrines. You know, hey, shalom, man. Yeah, we got 99 doctrines. You know, and we got a person that's willing to jump on every one of them. I won't care what type of doctrine it is. You know, you got somebody that's willing to jump on them. And they all false. There's only one doctrine. It's only one truth. You know? And that's the truth of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's the truth. The true truth. And the true worshipers of Yahweh Shai, they know what the truth is. He said, my flock hear my voice, you know? They hear me. They know me. So I don't have to really impress you. I don't have to go through all these lists to try to get you to understand. Because if it's meant for you to know it, if it's meant for you to come back to the law, statutes, commandments, you're gonna seek me out. You're gonna be looking for me, saying, man, what happened? So it says that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, and carried about with every wind of doctrine, by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness. And how do we know that? I'm going to show you how. And it's the last thing I'm going to really say. I'm not going to stay too long. It's just a little quick sit down. And this is Hebrews 8:11. And it says, and they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, for all shall know me, from the least to the greatest. So all of that tricking people with doctrine. And let me read that again. It says, and that was Ephesians 4:14. It says that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, carried about with every wind of doctrine, by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. And how do you know that? And Yahweh say, this is how you know. This is Hebrews 8:11. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother. So we're not going to have to worry about nobody going out on the highways and hedges teaching, talking about come back to the law, statutes, and commandments like we're doing now. Know the Lord. You know, do this and do that. He said, because, he said, for all shall know me, from the least to the greatest. You know? So it's not going to, we don't have to worry about that type of stuff no more after the destruction, you know, and after Yahweh Shai come and visit this place, you know, because this is the harvest season, man. This earth is almost ripe enough for Yahweh Shai to come to stick that sickle in, and I can't wait till he does it, you know. And so, shit, you know, a lot of people don't understand, man. Like we said, the law is important. The law is what got us in the place we at right now. Disobedience, you know, disrespect for Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is what put us in the place we is now. So right now, we got to keep the law. Yeah, we got to keep the law. You know, we got to keep it to the best of our ability. You know, it's going to be some ways you can't be able to keep every one of the laws. It's impossible. Even when we had our kingdom, it was a lot of people that couldn't keep the entire law. They fell short somewhere. They slipped and missed the Sabbath. Oh, they something always happened, and you'll be put to death for that. So Yahweh Shai is the sacrifice, and we was able to get grace with this stuff. You know, until this destruction comes. Now, once we get in the kingdom, that's a whole different story. We're going to have to keep the entire law. And we'll be able to do it because we won't be able to err. We won't be able to go off. We won't be able to transgress. Because I just read you that we won't be able to do these things. But I'm not going to keep y'all too long, man. I just want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And I want to give honors to the Akim that's out here, you know, pushing this truth and sincerity to the four corners of this planet, man. I just want to say shalom to y'all, man. Have a good evening.